before we do this week's video, I'm actually halfway through doing all the stuff in this video. I just want to say, I'm sorry. It's going to be a rubbish video. I'm exhausted from work and all the rest of it. And I've got 2 days off and then I'm back in for 11. So I'm just trying to rush through this and I haven't filmed everything that I can. So, yeah, watch it if you want, but don't if you don't want. It's just me trying to do stuff, being an idiot. A very tired idiot. So, on with the video. Ahoy and welcome to this week's video, in which I'm going to try and do lots of things and not destroy anything. Basically, we're going to get the engine back up and running. I also, well, I'll tell you in a minute, but yeah, I've basically turned my bed into a staging post. So let's have a look what we're going to do. Oy! I'm going handheld on the camera, which I've never done before, so yeah. So far, the things we have: 12-volt water pump. That's what I'm going to use to fix the tank, along with a filter, which, oh, I've left in the car. 12-volt water pump. Fuel lift pump for the engine. Got quoted 200 and odd quid for one of these from the supplier. Managed to get it for 27 quid plus postage. It's off a tractor, so, you know, look for tractors, not boats. We've got all electrical connections, stuff. And this is an auxiliary fuel pump. So I'm going to put this in line along with the filters, which you can't see because they're in the hall. Yeah, eventually I'm going to create a fuel polishing system with this and stuff, but I can't do that today because I don't have all the connectors, and I'm keen to get this all sorted very soon. Also, I have cut this wrong twice. Yeah. That is going to be my, oh, I don't know what's happened. That's going to be my backing plate for the thingamajingamajidoobery dangery. And that's going to go in this black hole that you can't see. Along this wall here, over there, that's going to have the filters on it, and maybe the water pump, we'll see. And then just do things and stuff. I don't bloody know. I'm just making it up as I go along. I'm going to stick that wood in there, fasten it, and put stuff on it. Or rather, I'm going to put stuff on it and then, let me turn this around, put the thing in there. Yeah, let's have a look. So this is how it's going to be orientated. I need an unzoomy camera, really. However, looking at it, I can't put anything in this area here because of a seacock that's just on the boat here. So I can't put anything in that area. If I put this water pump on there and then a big water filter and then the fuel stuff, it ain't going to work, is it? So I think I'm going to scrap this, put that somewhere else, maybe in that cupboard. So yeah, we're going to get the fuel thing on, get the filters on, and do stuff. I'm going to put this camera down because I can't use it in my hand. It all goes really weird and stuff, and it's too zoomed in. Let's do some stuff. How do I stop this? I've decided I've gone way overkill. I was basically going to have the pump going into 2 filters with a changeover system and a fuel return so that I can polish the fuel if I want. There's just not the space. I guess I could do it on 2 levels. I guess in the future, if I really wanted to, I could put another filter in here and do all the stuff. But I think to get the boat running, I can't get a T-piece locally. I want the fuel to come in here, be pumped through here, through the filter, come to a T-piece that comes down to this valve. This will be turned off most of the time, and that'll go down to the tank. And then this one will go here, turned on most of the time, and go to the engine. And then if I want to polish the fuel, I can close this one and open this one, turn on the pump, it'll draw the fuel up through the filter and back to the tank, and I can see if there's any water or shizzle in it or anything. I think I'm just going to do it with 1 filter for the time being to get the boat up and running, and that should be good enough. So yeah, I've got some fuel hose. I'm going to just nip and get some extra turny round clampy Jubilee clips, and yeah, we'll do a test fit and see how we go. Oakley dokley, this is part one of the thing. So I know this has got a bend in it, and I know it might kink, but Matt said, oh, if you put it like that, it'll look nice, and you know what, it does, and it pleases me, so I'm running with it. Yeah, we got the pump, tested this, it works. That's going to pump fuel up into here, and this is going to go whoop down to the engine. In fact, I'll show you where it's going to go to the engine. It's going to go on here. I had an issue with the pump. This was rotated that way. I had to move them one screw around because this was interfering with the oil filter. So yeah, done that. I'm not really happy about this. It's only got a couple of threads in it because it's BSPT. So maybe I'll replace that at some point. But this is just about getting the boat running. So I've got lots of space over here where I can put in a second filter and tee off and make the loop and all the rest of it. But for now, with the parts I've got, this will do. I can just take this out again, put the stuff on and put it back in, stuff like that. The boat is a mess. Yeah, this pump, I've been having a look. I've just stripped some stuff out of here and I think it will fit against this wall. So that'll be okay. Yeah, who cares? That'll work. So yeah, let's get the fuel system in, plumbed up, and see if we can start the engine. This is going to be a faff. Okie dokie, here's what we've come up with. We have the fuel coming up from the tank, auxiliary fuel pump, filter, and that's going off. And I should have opened this first, really, I'm an idiot. Down in here is the new lift pump. That was a nightmare to fit. I got Matt to help me with it. So all I need to do now is put the fittings on that, which I should have done beforehand. One of them is a little banjo down there that you can kind of just see. Get the fitting on that, wire the pump in and get going. Hike! So I have lots of real estate on here to put in another filter and some T-pieces and make a fuel polishing system. That'll have to happen when I can afford a new filter and some bits and pieces, so that's all fine. That can be done anytime. Yeah, it's solid as a rock. Nothing can go anywhere. Yeah, I'm happy with it. And it looks pretty. Right, I'm going to get the other fittings on. I can't really film any of this because I'm upside down and there's nowhere to put the camera, so I'll just show you when it's done. I think I've probably already said in the intro by now that this is probably going to be a garbage video, so hey, what else would you expect? Dun dun dun. Right, fuel hose on, going up over the top, which I will secure. I'm not just going to leave it there. That is heading down to the lift pump. 10 points to anybody who saw that I had the lift pump on the wrong way, so the output was that side, because I'm an idiot. So much juggling, and I've changed that around. Yeah, banjo bolt on here. I don't have a spanner because all my tools are on the other boat, so I'm just going to get a spanner from somewhere, tighten that up. Next job on the list is power the auxiliary pump. So I'll take the power up here somewhere, and all my power, as you can see from the wires, comes from here. Right. So I'm going to use this panel. I'm going to have fuel pump, alternator, DC to DC charger, stuff. Probably NEMA or AIS or something. Yeah, and I'll just cover these up. Yeah, that's going to be my next job. I like electrics. Right, wiring. Et voila, un wiring. I'm basically going to rip all this lot out and start over, with the exception of like really ball ache things like the cabin lights and stuff, which I'll just leave. They work, that's fine. But everything else is coming out, and I'll just reset this up from the beginning so I know what everything is and what it's doing. So yeah, this is the power input on this panel. and then these are the power input outputs for each consumer. And then this is the ground for the panel, which it is grounded, I think. Yeah, and then so I'll have to ground the cable over here and put the power in here and do things. So yeah, effectively this is the power coming from the AFLOAT coming into this 3 blocker. I'll just change this for a 4 blocker, power up this panel, and then I'll come off here to the, well no, actually I'll come off here to the auxiliary pump, and then I'll ground the auxiliary pump to the grounding circuit over there, to which this is connected. In theory, so I'm just going to do that because it's boring wiry work, and we'll see how that goes. A thing did occur. So I've added this in now, so this board has now got power. The common ground is going to the common ground, but instead of trying to find a space up on all these crappy bus bars for the negative of this, I've just stuck it in between there. As I say, all this is coming out, I just want to test the system. Yeah, and then the wire runs down here, through here, so far to here. I'm obviously gonna run this somewhere. I may even come along the edge there and around the top. We'll see. Connector up, get going. In theory. This done. This connected. I've run it along up here, and I'll fasten that up there when I get a minute. In theory, I should just click this button and we should hear noise. Oh, yep, that was definitely fuel coming through. I just seen it splash in there. The system works. Right, now I need to tighten up that banjo bolt, bleed the engine doobry dangeries, and we're good to go, boys and girls. We're good to go. Oh, this was not in the script. Yeah, so basically, I did a test fire on the engine. I got a couple of small diesel leaks, which became apparent when I switched the diesel pump on, but that's no issue. They just taper fittings, so I can just tighten them up a little bit. Yeah, so I started the engine up, no water. Right, next. So in order to check everything was flowing all right, I had to take all the pipes off, so I may as well just buy new pipes and put those on. And it turns out it was this C-square in the strainer basket. So yeah, I've put that out. I'm going to take it around to Matt. He can now eat it for his tea. Yeah, done that. So I'm going to have a little break now because I've been at this quite a while. My brain is so fried with all this stuff. Yeah, put it back together and then hopefully we'll have water. If not, then it's the diaphragm in the pump. I don't have an impeller, I have a diaphragm pump, engine driven one, which is quite a cool little thing. So yeah, we'll get it back together once I have a little, I might even have a 10-15 minute nap, and then we'll fire the engine up, and then all will be well with the world, in theory. We'll be back in a bit. Good news, everybody! A thing did happen. Observe a beautiful engine. Avec some lovely Vasa. Yeah, so that's all done. Engine is running. I serviced it ages ago, so it's serviced. So I'm going to sort out a couple of small leaks on the diesel. The water is a job for tomorrow because I'm going to have to go and get a load of fittings for it. So I may as well just do it and clean the tank out all at one time. Yeah. God. Yeah, that's it. Basically, I'm done. The engine runs. Once the mast is on, once the water's sorted, once I've got a cooker and I've sorted the traveller, we're good to go. So hopefully in the next few weeks all of that stuff will be done, apart from buying the cooker. That's going to take a couple of months for me to save for one of them. They're like 600 quid gas cooker. Yeah, so once I've saved for that, that's it. It's just tidying up and a bit of wiring. That's it. Anyway, I told you it'd be a rubbish video, but I got some stuff done. It's been a stressful couple of days trying to argue with everything, but yeah, it's done. Back to work tomorrow. I'm on afternoons, so I will have time in the morning to do stuff, hopefully. Anyway, I'm pooped. I'm uploading this video and I'm having a nap and getting some food. So yeah, thank you for watching this awesome, rubbish, terrible video where I actually didn't achieve, which is amazing. So, see you later.